Well, after about a week's reprieve, I had a cold. The weather changed. I've been busy with a very intense social calendar the last 3 days, my birthday and a whole number of other issues. Finally back to putting some collages together. This has been sitting out for about a week, actually, a collage of Sandra in her car driving up the Florida Keys, and I probably spent more time dusting things off with the Swiffer, all the photographs individually, before I even put it together. And you can see as I go to an angle here, there's a sheet of plexiglass covering it to hold them flat. Over the course of the week they started curling up. So that's one way to deal with it. This is, well, I spent the summer in Key West in 2001, and Sandra helped me find an apartment. There is every summer a party in Islemorada up the Florida Keys for bartenders and people who work in the clubs in the Keys. And we're driving up for that. In fact, I have a little mini collage of just us on the beach that I probably won't show you, but it's just 3 pictures and we're on chaise lounges. So Sandra is driving. She insisted that she would look at the camera whenever I was taking pictures, which was very annoying. And you can see the top of her head. She was turning to look back at one point when I was photographing the ceiling. So the last lap's on her, because I get to put it together the way I want. One thing that's kind of neat, though, and it's probably can't see it, is the reflection of the road in her sunglasses. I think that would be more suitable as a large picture. This is her old Infiniti she's driving here, and true to Key West, she's got beads, probably from one of the Vanity Fests one year. And I always remember the hula girl on the dashboard, and the one day she made a remark about her spring is starting to show, which I thought was an odd thing to say about a woman. The hula girl is a spring attached to the dashboard, and she bobbled around when the car was driving. And Sandra always had the most interesting scars on her from who knows what. And the girl in the back is Summer. She's from the Czech Republic, as I recall, and one of the bouncers from the club Sandra worked at. I don't remember his name. And 2 of her CD cases, which were sadly lost one night when her car was broken into. And there's a very bluish cast to this picture because I'm not sure why. When you're in the Keys, in Florida actually, one thing that's very noticeable is everybody has smoked windows on their cars and their buildings, and maybe that's what gives us such a bluish cast. And I also wish I had photographed more of the road than I did. But at the time, I was still very new at doing the car interiors, and it's only recently that I've come to take a greater interest in the landscape that the car's passing through. So here we are, Sandra and friends, in Highway 1 coming up the Florida Keys in the summer of 2001.